I'm about to ruin some people's day, but before I do, now is a great time to scroll if the subject matter in the comment is triggering for you. Also, before we get into it, people need to understand that animals cannot be immoral or evil because morality is a human construct and they don't live by our societal restrictions. That being said, let's go. This is a comment I see frequently on any dolphin related video, and believe it or not, it completely reinforces my point, because a lot of the time people's excuse for hating dolphins stems from the fact that sometimes bottlenose dolphin males aggressively force copulation. And you may be wondering how these types of comments reinforce me linking hating dolphins to deep-seated misogyny, so let me offer up some fun facts. A study looking at mortality in a population of sea otters found that 11% of them had died from mating trauma. Males will forcefully copulate with females by holding onto them and biting their noses. Also, males have been observed carrying around and copulating with deceased females. They're also known to aggressively force copulation onto other animals, most notably juvenile seals. In northern elephant seals, males can be 5 to 11 times larger than their female counterparts. Females haul out into harems to give birth and breed with dominant males. When they attempt to return to the ocean, they are endlessly mounted by non-dominant males waiting at the periphery of the harem. These repeated forced copulations or attempts at them can cause injuries such as lacerations, broken bones, and internal bleeding, and sometimes results in the female's death. On the other side of the world, in the Antarctic, male fur seals can be seen forcing themselves on penguins. But it isn't just marine mammals that have a propensity for sexual coercion. Female sharks often have thicker skin, with blue shark's skin being twice as thick as her male counterparts. And they need it because after aggressively chasing and catching a female, males hold on to females with their teeth for the remainder of copulation. Amplexus, where the male clasps onto the female, sometimes for days, can lead to the death of the female in multiple ways. Frogs tend to breed right out of hibernation, and during breeding, females can die from sheer exhaustion as well as suffocation. In ducks, specifically mallards, females and males are in a genitalia evolutionary arms race because an estimated 40% of copulations are forced. And in chacma baboons, a study found that males will chase and harass an individual female for weeks before she comes into heat. This prolonged torment induces fear in the female, which keeps her from leaving the area and eventually mating with her aggressor. I could go on, but if you haven't already got the picture, what you need to understand is that for most females in most species, sex is unpleasant at best, and at worst can be deadly. This can be true for bottlenose dolphins as well, where males will actually form alliances to force females into copulation. But as you can see by the examples above, this type of behavior shouldn't be a go-to argument for hating dolphins, as males forcing themselves on females is widespread in the animal kingdom. But there's a huge difference between dolphins, specifically bottlenose dolphins, and all the aforementioned animals, and that is that dolphin species are some of the only animals where females will engage in sex for their own pleasure. Not only are they promiscuous and derive pleasure from hetero encounters, but females are also known to engage in homosexual encounters as well. From here, it shouldn't take a genius to figure out why this is problematic for human men. Religious ideology has been used as a method of controlling women for millennia, and you don't have to be religious to be affected by this ideology because it's been prevalent in society for so long that it's ingrained in almost everything we do. For women, sex as a means for pleasure and not reproduction, especially if it's with multiple partners or same-sex partners, is still heavily frowned upon and in some cultures punished. So if your reason for hating dolphins and only dolphins is because of forced copulation, you are in fact proving my point that dolphin hate is deeply rooted in misogyny.